Welcome back. You're listening to the Flow Sports Hour on Flow FM. This Saturday at the Horsham Saints Football Netball Club, there is something very special happening. The Berry boys, Joel, Jarrod and Tom, will be returning to their local club to run a marathon in honour of their late mother, Jedda. Mick Morris is on the line with me. He's the ex-president and a current committee member of the Horsham Saints, and he's got the full story for us. Thanks very much for joining me, Mick.
No, my pleasure. It's just a great event and good to be seen to be supporting Breast Cancer Australia. Sort of breast cancer is something that's probably touched a lot of people in their lives, and we're happy to be a part of it. And we can help the Berry boys out and give them a good day up here. We'll certainly be trying to do that.
So let's just start out with a little bit of context. The Berry boys, Jarrod and Tom, Brisbane Lions players, and their Joel is their oldest brother, all former players of the Horsham Saints. Can you give us a bit of a backstory about their story and the story of their late mother, Jedda?
Yeah, well, these boys, they actually came to our club. As you said, the whole three of them have played there. They came to us from Nil. They were playing up there, but they wanted to come down and move to Horsham. So the whole three of them have been there together playing. I think I've had one game with the three of them have played as well. So, but then sort of Jarrod and Tom sort of got whisked away by the Rebel system, and then Jarrod was first to go up to Brisbane Lions. Thomas followed him there, but Thomas lasted a couple of years there. But now Thomas is actually back with the Gold Coast Suns. So, and Joel's he's a fine young man too, the oldest boy, but didn't get the football ability that the other two got. But he's a very great golfer as well. The mum and dad were pretty heavily involved. They loved, Jedda was a great lady. She loved coming down, loved her boys, and just loved, she was a competitive beast herself. And that's what we see coming out in Jarrod and Thomas, and certainly Joel when he smashes that golf ball around.
They're a bit of a legacy family there in Horsham, is my understanding, well loved by everyone, and by all accounts, there's going to be a massive turnout on Saturday. Everyone's going to be watching this. The whole town pretty much is going to be there and is supporting this cause.
Yeah, well, it's just the day sort of starts out. There's actually 5 runners, and that's the head shave 10 years ago was a couple of their good mates that they grew up in the same street, Ben Lakin and Will Robinson. They had their head shaved back 10 years ago, so they said they'll jump on board. So they head off 35 k's out the road to Dazzles Bridge and they'll run in from there. And then they'll run into the Coghlan Park footy ground, that's the home of the Horsham Saints Footy Netball Club. And then they'll be welcomed by, we could be expecting, 1,000 to 2,000. We're not really sure what's going to happen. But, Breast Cancer Australia got the blow-up ladies there, so they'll run onto the ground and then they'll invite the community to come and run a few laps with them as well. So. And then they've got, Red Bull supported it, so they've got Red Bull stuff set up and chill zones and DJs for music, and we're running a barbecue, and the canteen ladies from the footy club have all got the canteen open. So look, it's going to be a really great atmosphere, and looking forward to it. But it's been our community is one that's a fairly tight knit one. So as soon as people hear what's going on, what can we do, and like Wilson Bolton, the Mitsubishi dealer here, they've donated a couple of utes. Had them all signed, written up with Marathon for Mum, so they'll be the pilot cars out on the road. Local Baker's Delight has donated all the bread. Our good Wimmera Meat Market, he's donated all the meat, and even the Exchange Hotel, which the function goes back to after they've finished at the footy ground. There's a couple of live bands and just a $10 entry donation. All the money proceeds go back to Breast Cancer Australia. So, we're sort of aiming to be able to inject a bit of money into breast cancer research on the day, so it should be good.
And it sounds like there will be plenty of money injected back into breast cancer research because, like you said, the whole town is getting behind this. Everyone's looking for ways to chip in and help out, and it's just fantastic. Even 10 years after Jedda passed away, the support is not wavering at all, and it's just amazing to see. And it's largely because the 3 boys are doing so much to continue her legacy and continue to help out. And I want to shine a light on Joel because Of course, Jarrod and Tom are the two with the profile, being AFL players, and especially Jarrod because some of his Brisbane teammates will be there on the day, and we'll get to them in a moment. But I want to focus on Joel because he's the one that doesn't have the big profile, but by all accounts, he's the one that's been really keeping this thing going and keeping the support going and putting in all sorts of hard work to make this happen and, yeah, to carry on his mum's legacy.
Yeah, look, Joel, he's an absolute ripper too. He's a great guy, and he's sort of got all the boys together. And between the five of them, and Joel's probably heading it up, they've got together. They've organised most of the stuff. We've done a bit of stuff over the phone and that sort of stuff. And Troy, the dad, has been sort of liaising with me down here. But yeah, Joel's he's an organised bloke. He lives up in Queensland now, and he's going well up there. And he sort of heads the boys up, but he's still a nice little young lad at heart and loves getting the brothers under his arm and give him a bit of a headlock. But he's an absolute ripper.
Yeah, it sounds like he is. They all sound like absolute rippers, to be honest, and the whole community getting behind this is just fantastic. And I mentioned the Brisbane Lion players. The list of players I've got here includes Eric Hipwood, Reece Matheson, Tom Fullerton, Mitch Robinson, Ryan Lester, Cam Rayner and Hugh McCluggage. So that's the other great thing is there's some big AFL stars there, and it's great to see them showing support for this as well because it's pretty easy to, just show some support for a cause with a donation or a well wish or whatever. But to see them actually getting out here for the Berry Boys, coming down to Horsham and to be there on the day to show their support, it's just fantastic. And it goes to show the character of those young men and also the culture at the Brisbane Lions Football Club. It's not hard to see why they're having so much success right at the moment with the current crop of players. And yeah, it'll be amazing to have that group there on the day.
No, it certainly will, and we sort of pay tribute to those guys. It's great for them to come down, and our Auskick program here's got wind of these guys coming down, so they've actually volunteered their time to come and run a few drills with all the kids that are going to turn up. So that'll be fantastic. It just goes to show what that Brisbane culture's created, and for them to take time out of their day to come and support these guys just shows what a tight-knit, sort of group those Brisbane Lions and Gold Coast boys are.
And if the rest of the Horsham Football Club is following by the example set by the Berry Boys, obviously there's a great culture going on in Horsham as well. So, yeah, it's just fantastic to see. And a couple of those Brisbane players not contracted to the Lions anymore. Is there any thought that there might be some contracts presented from Horsham?
Oh, look, I'm sure our footy director will be lurking around and look, we'd be more than happy to get some of those boys from that sort of calibre coming down to play in our league down here. But certainly he'll be lurking around and asking the questions, no doubt.
I think Reece Matheson would look good in the Horsham Saints colours. That's just my 2 cents, though. So we'll see what happens. But of course, that is not the main event of the day. The main event of the day is the marathon and the donations that will be made for breast cancer. Mick, is there anywhere people can jump on to show their support online, or is there anywhere you would direct any listeners to go if they want to get involved and help out?
Oh, I'd just be, Google Marathon for Mum. It'll come up, and certainly there'll be links there to be able to donate straight to Breast Cancer Australia. And, we support this, and it's a great thing. As I said before, it's sort of touched. I think breast cancer is something that's touched everyone, and it's just the more we can find out and cures to be able to fix it up, it's the better we'll all be.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And like I said, it's just amazing that 10 years on, the boys are keeping their mum's legacy going. And not only that, but getting back to do so at their local football club where their family, there is a big legacy from their family. Mum was well loved in the community. All the boys are obviously well loved as well. And you can just see it from the support being shown.
Yeah, look, the whole lot of them are a ripping family, and that's why, through their sporting careers, whether it be basketball, footy, golf, they've all touched, and Mum was an avid golfer too, so, we've got the golfing ladies, they'll be there, and friends in the street, cousins, relatives, so they'll all be there, so they are a ripping family, and as I said, they've touched a lot of people along their way, and it's, just beautiful people.
Well, Mick, thank you very much for your time today. It's been really good chatting about this. We will be wishing you all the best tomorrow, especially Joel, Jarrod and Tom Berry and everyone else that's getting involved. It's going to be a sensational day out at Horsham. And yeah, like I said, we here at Flow FM will be sending our absolute best regards.
No, I appreciate it and thank you very much. It's going to be a fantastic day.